I'm so proud of myself. I got 8 hours of sleep. It took me 3 days, but I got 8 hours.
Being a woman in business is so mentally challenging because you're constantly like being overlooked and underestimated, and you like literally just have to like keep your mouth shut and just like move in silence. And one of the things that I have learned while being in business for the past 3 months is that there is so much power in being underestimated. They don't even look at you as competition, and they don't even know how much of a competition to them you really are. And when you're underestimated, it's honestly like funny to see how people like almost say certain things in front of you because they don't think that you know what they're talking about. But just like take mental notes of everything. Always be on top of your shit and never let someone else's perception of you make you doubt yourself, because someone else's perception of you is not necessarily what the public's perception of you is. It's just what that single person thinks of you. And why do we care what one person out of 1 billion people on this planet thinks of us? And never let anyone make you feel bad about underestimating you, because the results and the numbers will speak for themselves, and that is all that truly matters. Let them underestimate you. All good. So be it. We will show them what we're really about, though.
Let's be honest, starting a business looks really cute on Instagram, but the reality is most women struggle. Not because we are not smart, not because we're not capable, but because nobody told us the truth about what it really takes. And today I am breaking down why most women stay stuck and how to finally shift out of the struggle mode. Hey Rych Babes, it's Ramalan and welcome to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back at the end with the rest of my commentary.
Biggest realization that I have had in business is it's not really the smartest or the most talented people that find the biggest success. It's the people who have the audacity, the brazenness, the delusion, if you will, to just put themselves out there. And it's funny because the people who are actually really, usually, not always, but really talented, really good at what they do, tend to be the people that are quite humble and quite kind of like, oh, well, maybe this isn't quite right. And they want to check everything and they want to make sure everything is, you have to move before you feel ready. That is the biggest lesson that I have had to learn.
Hey y'all, so I just wanted to vent and talk about how hard it is running a business, especially by yourself. It's so hard. It's hard. I do everything by myself. Like, I take my own orders, I make my own orders, I ship my own orders. I have to come up with new designs, come up with new ideas, come up with social media content, still be good with customer service, because it's the minute you don't respond to a person or the minute you do one thing wrong, everybody gonna blow up on you. You know, it's just like, running a business is so hard. Like, I see why so many people like, I can't do it. And I'm not complaining, I'm just venting, because it really is so hard. And you got to be built for this. You got to be ready for whatever, and you just got to be built for it. It's hard.
You know, I didn't grow up in a family, in a household where entrepreneurship was a thing. Making a lot of money wasn't something that was common in my family. You would not hear that. And I used to wonder why my parents would always discourage me when it came to me wanting to start a business. Like, I'll never forget the first conversation I had with my father. It was about real estate, because that was one of the first business models that I was interested in at the age of 16. It's funny because I used to always watch those YouTube videos of day in the life as a realtor or just entrepreneurs. Self-consciously, I knew that entrepreneurship is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to have my own business. I used to seek the validation of my parents when it came to me wanting to do so. But I started to realize when they were growing up, they were told that college was the only way. College was going to set them free. So all they did was portray what they learned onto me. And once I started to understand that, that is when I knew that I had to do it for myself. I had to just shut up, and just move in silence. I proved it to myself by just showing them what I was making. Sometimes it does you more harm than good when you try to go to your family or friends about a business model that you want to start. Honestly, you're better off just doing it and just keeping it in silence. Because when I tell you guys, financial burden is definitely a generational curse. It is. You could be the first one to break it, but it's not the easiest thing to do. But listen, it is so fucking worth it. Because I started, I literally got to buy my car at 19 years old. Someone like me can do it. You can too. They won't understand at first, but I promise you, you have it in you to do it. You have it in you to break that curse.
They would start so strong like a freight train. And when somebody on their team said something negative, they were willing to give it all up. And my question is, you ain't gonna quit that job that fast. So why are you quitting on you that fast? These are some people who have now since DM'd me, how can I get back into selling jewelry? And you know what they say next? I wish I would have stayed. Just because it got hard and somebody said something against you, somebody gonna say something all the time. Oh yeah, they talking against you on the job. Oh, sorry, I know you don't want to believe it, but it's true. But you ain't quitting, so don't quit on yourself.
Yeah, so I was on Instagram. I don't even know why I still be on Instagram for real. But this girl posted how she gave up entrepreneurship after 7 years. It looked like she owned a beauty supply store. So I'm looking at the comments, and the comments like, oh, you're not a boss. Oh, just because you just because it didn't work out for you, don't mean you gotta put down other people. First of all, her video was not putting down other people. This is the thing about entrepreneurship that people do not get to see. Entrepreneurship is mentally, physically, and emotionally fucking draining, y'all. It is. We have ups and downs. And me as an entrepreneur, I can only speak for myself. 60% of the time, I'm sad. 20% I'm happy. 10% I'm okay. And the other 10%, I just really don't know. I think those percentages add up. But the other 10%, I don't be knowing. I'm like, is it going to go good? Is it, like, what's going on? Like, is it going to stay this way or not? Y'all, being an entrepreneur is not easy. And I'm looking at this girl post. She has a store. So she has a brick and mortar. That's one of the hardest businesses to own, is a brick and mortar with inventory. Okay, so when you're seeing these people videos and they're saying that, hey, I left entrepreneurship, number one, you can be an entrepreneur and you can work a W-2 job. I'm going to speak for myself when I say this. I have not worked for anybody in 15 years. And I told myself when I left my job that I was never going back to work. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I have not had times where I sat there and I said, you know what, I'm about to apply for jobs. Because I don't feel like figuring it out. I don't feel like hoping for the best. I don't feel like putting in 1,000,000% only to get back 1%. Like, sometimes we are overextended. Sometimes we are really mentally fucking drained and tired. So when you see an entrepreneur saying that they went back to their 9 to 5, don't look at it as them downplaying being an entrepreneur. They're telling you what the reality of it is. When you work a 9 to 5, like, we know that people can be laid off. We know that nothing is sure, right? But realistically, reality or whatever, I know I'm gonna get paid on the 1st and 15th. I have peace of mind. Or whatever. If I know that no matter what effort I put in, I get paid on the 1st and the 15th, no matter what I do. I just gotta show up. That's peace of mind, y'all. It's like, sometimes I do want to just show up, be given a list of shit to do and get that shit done, and know on Friday I get paid. Sometimes I don't want to have to figure it out. But that's just me speaking for myself, because I know a lot of y'all can go in here and fake like, oh, I don't never feel like that. I don't never. No, if you a true business owner, if you are a true entrepreneur, we have our ups and downs, and we have our moments where we be like, look, like, getting a W-2 don't sound too bad right now.
This is me after selling my flower bar at an outdoor market for Mother's Day. It was my first flower bar with my bar. And it sucked. It sucked so much.
Okay, when you scroll online, it looks like everybody's killing it in the business. Luxury cars, passive income, dream lives. But what you don't see are the women behind the scenes, drained, frustrated, posting for the likes, but not seeing any profit. And it's not because they're dumb or lazy. It's because they're playing the business game with the wrong rules. And here's why most women struggle. Number one, they undercharge and undervalue themselves. Too many women set their prices based on what they think people can afford instead of what they're actually valued as. And so the law of compensation, which we talked about yesterday, will never pay you above what you believe that you are worth. If you keep discounting yourself, life will keep discounting you. Number two, they chase motivation instead of building discipline. So motivation feels good in the moment. You watch a video, you get real hyped, you start doing something, but when it gets hard, you stop. Discipline is what carries you when motivation dies. And most women never build the discipline muscle, so their business dies in the boring middle. Y'all know what that is, that boring middle? Okay. Number three is they try to do it all on their own. Women are natural multitaskers, but in business, trying to do everything yourself keeps you very small. Like real success comes when you start thinking like a CEO, delegating your work, automating, and focusing on the highest value moves. Okay. Number four is they fear of being seen. Okay. Get your ass on that camera. All right, do something, right? This one is huge. So many women want the money, but they're scared to show up. They're scared to post. They're scared to sell. They're scared to stand out. But here's the truth. Business pays visibility. If no one knows you, no one can pay you, okay? Number five is they treat business like a hobby, not a priority. Like, here's the tough love. If you only work on your business when it is convenient, I'm talking to somebody, it will only pay you convenient money. Business has to be treated like the main event, not the side thought. So if you want the main event results, you got to treat it differently. All right, Rich Babe. So here's what I just want you to know. You're not struggling because you're not good enough. You're struggling because you're still operating with beliefs and habits and fears that keeps you small. The moment that you start valuing yourself, showing up with your courage and move with discipline and treating your business like the empire it's supposed to be, everything changes, because success isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's available to every woman who decides she's done playing small. Okay. And let me just tell you this, something big is coming. I'm pivoting this channel and I'm about to put my Rich Babes on game like never before. So if you are ready to stop struggling and start building a business that actually pays you what you are worth, don't miss what I'm about to drop. Go sign up for the Rych Babes VIP email list today. Go to richmilanco.com, girl. I'm telling you, listen. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Until next time, Rich Babes, stay rich. Love you.